So, hey, this is something new, something different, and something I've thought of because I've been having this for a while now. This is an offline version of the Capcom Arcade Stadium 2nd. So, yeah, as you can tell, I've been playing a bit of this for quite some time. And this game has the following: Street Fighter Zero, or Street Fighter Alpha, Mega Man The Power Battle, Street Fighter Zero 2, or Street Fighter Alpha 2, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters, Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire, otherwise known as Darkstalkers 3, Capcom Sports Club, Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, Street Fighter Zero 3, or Street Fighter Alpha 3, Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, SonSon, Savage Bees, Gun.Smoke, The Speed Rumbler, Hyperdyne Sidearms, Hisatsu Buraiken, otherwise known as Avengers, Black Tiger, Street Fighter, Tiger Road, 1943 Kai, Midway Kaisen, Last Duel, Rally 2011 Lead Storm, Magic Sword, Three Wonders, King of Dragons, Block, Knights of the Round, Muscle Bomber, aka Saturday Night Slam Masters, Eco Fighters, Nickies, Darkstalkers and Night Warriors 1, Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, and I believe that's all of it. So you know what, we're gonna do something a bit different. Since I feel I hadn't done a episode of the Chest of Obscurity. Well, let's do one that most people have not heard of. You know what? I don't think this one gets noticed as much as it should, but let's go with this one. SonSon. So we're going to do the following. Ah yes, this is what it's called over here, XEs. Cho Fuyo Yosai XEs, otherwise known as Savage Beats. So here, in the Japanese version, it's called Russian Crash. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, let's go with this one. SonSon. And we're gonna slap on some cheese, because why not? So let's just jump into this, shall we? Now, if you never heard SonSon, you have never heard of a game, of a series called You have never heard of a series that is simply called Journey to the West. And that's what it is. It's Journey to the West. Very simplistic game. You play as, well, the Monkey King, otherwise known as Son Goku, or Son Wukong. And your job as Son Wukong is to actually save your friends. Of course, second player happens to be, Pigsy, otherwise known as Oolong, if you follow Dragon Ball. Because remember, Dragon Ball originally came from Journey to the West. Like I said, I had a lot of these games just sitting around since I got back on here. I think it was on the PS2 collection. Like I said, I'm playing a game which I'm putting cheats on. Do you really think I actually give a fuck? You know? I mean, it's very simplistic, you know? Oh, and here's the Yashiki. The main things that you don't really see much in Capcom very often, but their older games have it, are these. You don't see, like, the Yashiki. As often as you would like to see them. But, you know what? It's okay, though. I just thought about it because I've been so busy trying to get everything back in order and everything, LP-wise. But at least, you know, I am making the effort to say, oh, you got something for every day. they make so much of a big deal about Dragon Ball these days. But most people forget about the fact that Dragon Ball really wouldn't not exist without Saiyuki. Because really, that's where Dragon Ball originally came from, Saiyuki. Which is Journey to the West. It's a lot like with the Warrior series, the Musou series. It would not exist without Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Because that's where the whole story was based off on. The same goes for Destiny of an Emperor. Or Warriors of Fate. It's basically, you know, a retelling or a different telling of the Three Kingdoms. Save for the fact that, you know, things are totally different. I kinda wish, Forgotten Worlds was on here. As well as, Legendary Wings. That's a game that hardly ever gets talked about. Even XDs, you know, nobody actually ever talks about XDs. Hell, not even Pirate Ship Higemaru. So hell, nobody actually knows about Speed Rumbler. Or Hitsatsubaiken, otherwise known as, I believe it's called Avengers? It's just funny that way, you know? It's like with, Namco. Or, I shouldn't say Sega because they remember their franchises. They just don't give them enough credit to remember certain franchises. Or even want to give them the time to, you know, shine. I think the only last time they actually tried doing that, or perhaps the only time that actually made sense, was when Namco Cross Capcom was a thing. And that's when they put every single franchise in there. From Capcom, Sega, and Namco. It's like, well, that's how I got into playing, Tales of Destiny, actually. That's how I got into playing Tales of Destiny. Because I never would have gotten into Tales of Destiny without knowing that, that actually existed, you know. Because I never, you know, I played various Tales games, of course, but Tales of Destiny was a sleeper hit for me. Not because, you know, it wasn't, like, popular to me. It's more like, they didn't sell a lot of PlayStation games in my area. And even if they were, the only spot that was really a go-to for me at the time would have been Electronics Boutique. Or any known game store that wasn't GameStop. Even Funkoland, and I had history with Funkoland too. My mom actually had history with Funkoland. Because one of the games I really wanted to get was Darkstalkers, Night Warrior's Revenge for the Sega Saturn. Never did get it because they didn't have it in stock. I think I have told this story before, but if I hadn't, well, you're the first to hear it if you're interested. But it's still interesting to me because that's when, you know, that's when I actually saw how badass my mom really was in person. You know, she didn't really, you know, tell me to go off and, you know, never mind what I was doing, you know. So, like I said, there was one day we went out to Gardena, because that's where Funkoland was at the time. So, not to mention there was a book off in the same vicinity where Funkoland is. Now book off is, well, where every other store is in California, Little Tokyo. Where any and all anime and Japanese related goods go, yeah, that was it. So anyway, story goes, and I remember it well, we went to Funkoland. It was around my birthday. And mind you, you know, I was still in school at the time, and you know, why not? It's a little after my dad passed. So, moving on. No, really, that's what we were doing. We were moving on with life. So, one of the games I really wanted for myself was, it was a choice of between the two. Magic Knight Rare for the Sega Saturn, or Darkstalkers for the Sega Saturn. Night Warrior's Revenge. So, here's the thing, we tried, I tried picking it up, you know, and for some reason, they didn't have it in stock. So my mom, she did the following. She said, okay, well, pick the one you want. And I did. So I picked out, basically, those two. I basically... Whoa. I basically picked up the, I basically picked up, what I really wanted. They didn't have it in stock. I remember she was so furious at the time. Because the one thing about my mom, you know, she knew I was a hard worker in school. So, you know, since I did good in school, might as well, you know, be rewarded for it, right? So apparently, we went to Funkoland. Saying, well, I can get whatever I wanted. I did have a Sega Saturn at the time, and I was really into, you know, the work and design games. Only because of Lunar. And only because of Lunar did it just basically just grew into something like, I gotta have this game. It looks so interesting. It is enjoyable, you know. I wouldn't even think about, you know, I wouldn't even think about, you know, collecting it. Just like, it's like, oh, this is the game. I need to have this. It's so interesting. So the entire time, oh hey, this is what I'm doing. I was getting this game. They didn't have it in stock. She got miffed. So okay, well, what do you have? And here I am, I'm like, she told them off. I swear, I'm like, I was just in awe of how badass she was. I'm like, the fuck? This my mom? This my mom? This my mom? Just in my head, this is my mom. This is my mom. So, she must have said something to him because, I mean, there was something going on. I mean, it's not like the first time we ran into something like this. Because we ran into something similar at another store that used to exist in West LA. It's called, Bonsai Anime. Again, it was one of those times, you know, had to check out the store because it was interesting. So, we did. At one point, I found a couple of interesting finds there, like a Sailor Moon movie book, the Sailor Moon R movie book, a few let's see, what else was there? A few music CDs here and there. And it was big. Like, for what it was, you know, it was big. So I remember one time, and it sort of reminds me of what happened to me yesterday. Or rather, Thursday. So here I am. I'm looking through this. I'm just looking at this book, right? because you know it was interesting. It was interesting. I couldn't read a look of Japanese, but I knew it was Sailor Moon. And I don't know why it was, but the security there just might have saw me because, you know, I was wearing a puffy jacket. You know, during the time it was cold. Cold as hell. So, here I am. I think I was like, maybe 15 at the time. We were readjusting with everything, so mind you, a lot of things were happening. This guy just snuck up from behind me. Didn't even know. Just snuck up from behind me. And all I asked was, yeah, he just assumed, oh, since you're black, you're here to steal something, aren't you? I kid you not. It's like the guy was. I'm guessing he was an islander. And apparently, you know, he must have never seen it. He never seen someone like me about the same skin pigment. Actually, like anime. I've been through this sort of shit before. And, you know, like I said, it reminded me of what happened to me Thursday. Now, mind you, I was still working on this nasty cough. So, had this cough for about a week. Been working on it since then. I feel like how I got it was totally stupid, but I got it by straining my voice a bit too hard during church. I ended up coughing, couldn't stop coughing since then. So, the funny thing about the whole system was this happened again when I was going to choir rehearsal. Since we're working on a few new songs, we're going to be practicing them until the end of the month. That's what we've been told, that we no longer do first Sunday, we do fourth Sundays. Which makes sense. You know, it gives us time, ample time to make sure we know the song. Know all the parts, front and back. Knowing, you know, oh, you're supposed to sing like this, you know. Know to invert, and know to do this, and know to do that. I'm being reminded of that. Mind you, this version is not the Steam version. For those who are wondering. Besides, I was already on. I'm still on Steam, but you know, I just then thought about, oh, I don't have anything up for Saturday, so that's the reason why I'm doing this. So, about the same thing happened. You know, I went and got myself some water, which I still have to this very day. Mind you, Thursday, Friday, working on this code. And before that, I went to Jamba Juice for a C boost. It used to be called a Cold Buster. Now they changed it to something else, which is a C booster. Helps raise your immunity system. So the entire time that I was going up there, now I had, you know, no intention to basically do some shopping because really I was just coming from Jamba Juice. Took the bus to get back to my area because at the time I'm like, well, I left at 4. By the time I get back, it will be around 5. So I timed myself just right, just saying, oh, well, let me see if I do this, I can, you know, go get this, hop the bus back, enjoy my Jamba, enjoy my Jamba for what it's worth. If it helps clear some things, that's great. It does what it's supposed to do, and, you know, that's it. So, as I said, the same thing happened to me. The same thing happened to me when I went up to Smart Farm. Because all I did was just give myself a, you know, water. This one security guard came walking up to me and says, "Sir, I noticed you didn't have a... Sir, I noticed you didn't have a basket." I said, "Yeah." If you don't mind me asking, are you hiding a drink? Like, you know, like, do I drink, you know, alcohol? I'm like, no. Which is the reason why, when I turned to him, I technically had, you know, my coat open. So, oh hey, this is all I'm wearing. I said, I don't even drink alcohol. I said, I can't drink that. So my body's already fucked up. So ain't no way in the world I'm gonna mess myself up even further than I've already did. But you know, that's besides the point. Unintentionally, mind you. Unintentionally. Because, you know what, I'm just here to get some water. Because all I did was I walked around looking at prices for said water, or Or say, you know, something that had a little taste to it, you know? So, the entire time, oh hey, this is what's going on. It's kind of stupid, you know? It's like, really? Every goddamn time? Really? Every goddamn time? Really, guys? So are you being fucking for real right now? You have to be. You have to be fucking kidding me. I mean, guys, come on. Why would you do something like that? Can't believe they made a character like a female version of SonSon in Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's what I'm gonna do. It's sort of a funny thing when you think about it. As you can tell, I've just been stupidly busy. Life has been just like that, just been stupidly busy. Even when I'm sick. It's like, well, the only way to kill a cold, gotta stay busy. How I'm staying busy? Well, let's see, I'm going to Tuesday class. I have to take my medicines. I have to log myself every time I take this medication, or every time a week comes in. It's all for the research. I mean, the day before, I called and just say, oh hey, give me a call back and such and such. It was about like 18 minutes before the intended call, which was supposed to be 2 p.m. I find it funny afterwards, you know. Just because, you know, it's just totally funny. I feel what I deal with on a personal basis, it's sort of like a secret war of some sort. Like, whatever my body goes through, it feels more like a secret war. Like it's already fighting enough as is, but it has to fight more, regardless of all the change I've been going through. It's just been one problem after another with this. I figure I'll be done with this after, say, the third loop. Even making videos. I'm trying to basically make everything count, you know? It's the reason why I've been wanting to get myself back doing LPs again. Because this is not the first time this has happened. it just gets annoying every time it happens. Like, as soon as I have a nice roll going, then something happens. And I've just been trying to make sure I had everything for, say, this week, next week, and beyond. You know, just say, okay, I got this ready. I don't have to worry about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sometimes I can get it done. Other times, I can't always get it done. It's like the last thing I did, which I was pleased about, was I finished a fan-translated patch of Fist and Romstar for the Mega Drive, which somebody actually put in the effort to actually fix the game to where, you know, it's not like how the original was. And mind you, Sega was not learning about Fist and Romstar. No, they called it everything but Fist and Romstar. They called it Black Belt, they called it The Last Battle. They went so far as renaming Kenshiro Arzak. They didn't have learned people about anime at the time. Glad they do now, but still. It's like, if you don't know, then, you know, don't try. Know your audience first before you even say, oh, well, we're gonna try this. No, know your audience first. That's what I feel about video games now. Developers do not know their audiences. Especially Western audiences. It's like, take Falcom for example. Falcom had gained some recognition for Trails in the Sky. You know, their Kiseki series. People have been loving that series for years. Ever since its foundation on the PSP. And there have been plenty of games that have been unreleased since then. And most have been wanting to, you know, get them re-released to straight up rebirth for some of the games. And same with Ys. Ys have been around since the 80s. And not many people know about Ys. And guess what? My first game on that series was the third game. It was Wanderers from Ys. And I started to enjoy that because it was a journey. It was about self-discovery. Excuse the cough. But yeah, it has been a journey with that series. Falcom has made a journey with so many of their games. It's funny. It's like Lord Monarch. Not many people know about Lord Monarch. Same with Xanadu. Not many people know about Xanadu. Pass. Fa Xanadu. But you know, that's what you do. You have to know your audience. If they like it, they'll let you know. That's what Western developers need to learn. Don't change anything that just don't seem right. You know, like it's showing too much. No, it's not. You're not showing too much skin or whatnot. It's like these are grown ass people. Come on now. If not that, then these are horny ass teenagers. Or they might be worse than that. They might be hipsters. I don't know. I don't consider myself hipster, if you're wondering. I just know what I like. I don't go with a crowd or something like that. It's just... It just... No. Like me streaming? Well, somebody shows up. Great. Wonderful. So it just leaves someone to say, well, yeah, I'm doing this. So if you want to say hi, there you go. But not these assholes that say, hey, you seem interesting. Yeah, well, how come I don't see you much streaming then? But that's for another time. So I think that'd be enough for this. I mean, really? SonSon is basically one of those games that are endless. You can play as many times as you want, so as long as you have the skill for it. Me, I'm just playing it just to play it. And on top of that, well, Chest of Obscurity. And on top of that, share my memories with you guys, because that's more important, that I share my background about myself through playing a game. You know what? It works. So, with that said, yay! Class up. I earned something! So, next time, if I ever come back to this, which you know I will, we're going to check out something different. Since most of this, well, you kind of know and some you don't know. But, it's going to be something different, something interesting. Hope you'll be around for that. So until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, and enjoy the great content you'll be seeing this week. It's Kamehameha time, after all. Hope to see you then. Take care now. Daitenso Tenkai Muso.